Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of PandTha Talks.
Hello.
I would say we're your hosts and then talk about the insanity that's ensuing, but considering if anyone's watched the other episodes, they'll already know. So,
We're sort of just here and not here, you know.
yeah, there is no concrete evidence to prove that we exist.
I don't know. This is going to be the 54th episode. So, you know.
Yeah, but we could just be AI.
Ooh. Now, listen. That's dangerous territory.
Yeah, mainly because we'll start bloody believing it and then we'll both go loopy. Or loopier, should I say.
I was going to say, what do you mean go, Loopy?
Right. Anyways.
This is not how an episode's supposed to start, Rory.
No, it's not. Anyways, we do have an interesting one this week from covering a huge Starfield mod that completely changes the game, supposedly anyways. Spider-Man 2 developers getting violent threats. PlayStation and Switch ports of an Xbox exclusive may have leaked in a bizarre way.
Okay.
Something a bit close to home for me and Will. Well, close for me. But apparently there are plans to turn a derelict building in England into a £4 million gaming hub to teach IT and digital skills.
Well then.
PC gaming's many launches reviewed for 2024. Steam still puts the rest to shame. Who'd have guessed? Former Nintendo CEO's refusal to fire workers remembered as gaming industry struggles. And the final two will be visiting Enshrouded, the new game that seems to be kicking off just like Palworld has. And, as I mentioned it, Palworld we will be discussing in further detail.
Yeah, Palworld's still going strong.
Oh, it is.
What was that article that we read in last episode where, they were saying how it's going to die very quickly?
It's going to be dead very quick. Yeah, and all of a sudden it's at like 17 million, 19 million?
No, it's over 20 minutes.
Yeah, this was like yesterday, 19 million, I think it were. So, with all that said and done, let's get started and show what we've got. It's going to be an interesting week.
To say the least.
So, let's start with Starfield, shall we?
Yeah, what's this mod?
Considering, obviously, it was kind of a letdown for a lot of people, so any mods that can change everything up will be a massive improvement, I'm sure. A Starfield player has created a massive mod that adds over 40 mods, completely changing the game and offering an ultimate experience. I don't think the author knows what a mod pack is. Clearly weren't around during the Minecraft days.
Yeah.
The Royal Galaxy mod expands the settled systems, adjusts the economy, increases enemy spawns, and includes weapon rebalancing mods, weather changes, and enhanced powers. The mod not only overhauls perks, crafting, and dialogue, but also introduces double XP for exploration, more credits for missions, and upgraded planets, Earth and Aquila. Interesting. Starfield players released a mod that completely changes the game by adding more than 40 mods. It's not a mod then, it's a mod pack. There is a difference.
What does you call them on Nexus now?
Collections.
Yes, that's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah. But even in Nexus's own admission, they stated it just as collections were coming out. They said these are basically just mod packs. That is what we're creating.
Well, yeah, no, they are mod packs. They're just calling collections to call them something different.
Exactly, it's just got its own name. By default, Starfield has an impressive amount of content with thousands of planets to explore, characters to meet, and creatures to fight. But the fun of Bethesda's space RPG goes further thanks to the possibility of adding mods. Like every Bethesda game.
Yes, quite literally.
Yeah, the fact that they had to actually state that as though, yeah, this is definitely something new, we swear. No, no, it's not.
Well, it's kind of something new because has there been another big Bethesda game like this that's needed mods for it to work, not just there to make things, change
Skyrim?
things how you want. Well, Skyrim is still don't get me wrong, I'm sure you can agree with me, but with Skyrim, like you can't really play it vanilla anymore because you played it so much, you played it so much with mods. But back in the day,
Back
they
in the
weren't a
day, maybe.
necessity.
They
They
weren't
weren't
a
a
necessity,
necessity.
but the mods fixed a lot of
Oh
things.
yeah, without a doubt they did.
You play the game base and then you go modded, you will never play without mods again.
Quite literally.
I'll actually a little story here. My partner, she actually did not like Skyrim when she first tried playing it. It kind of bored her a lot, and I got her to add a couple of mods. This was to the console version, and the first mod I got her to install was Inigo, just a follower mod, but it added so much more to the game. She felt like she had someone that was constantly interacting with her, stuff like that, and it got her through the entire game. She really enjoys it. And whenever she wants to play Skyrim now, she just goes, right, what mods can I install? It's
Yeah,
a
I
good
still
24 hours.
stand by what I used to say to you. I'll always play a game vanilla first, just
Oh,
to
I know you
experience
will.
the game.
I do the same.
Because yeah, I mean you've got to.
Yeah.
It's the better way to do it. Experience the game for what it is, and then start changing things up.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just the better way. You get to see the game for what it is. It's just a lot more
100%.
enjoyable.
But now I've got to ask you the follow up question to that. How many times
Okay.
have you completed Skyrim's campaign?
Zero.
You got to play the game for default to get it what it is. How many times have you completed it? I
I've
haven't.
in fairness, like vanilla hours, I have a ton.
Oh, yeah.
Um, completions, vanilla or modded, negative.
So,
Honestly,
that's just Bethesda games.
yeah. You surely you never complete a Bethesda game.
No. It's like me with Fallout New Vegas. I've completed it once, and then I
Nah,
modded the shit
you
out of it.
don't complete a Bethesda game. You go on the mods, you get more
Yeah.
you get more stuff to do. It's
Oh, don't
never
you
over.
just. Even before the game was fully out, Starfield saw an impressive number of mods downloaded. Now the game has over 30 million mods available,
Oh my
making
god,
all.
already?
I'm not even surprised.
When
Making
was
all.
the release date?
Ooh, September? September
Was that?
sounds right.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Oh, it feels like it was so long ago, man.
The fact that I can trust Wikipedia with this. 6th of September. I'm proud
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah.
My memory
So
serves me right.
we'll say 5 months then, because
Yeah.
we're basically at the 6th of February.
Oh yeah. But then again, if you did like take half of that off for let's say duplicate mods, because a lot of mods when you start out are
I
dupes.
suppose, yeah, there's everyone releasing the same kind of mods, their own version of it. There's like one letter in the files has changed.
Yeah, there's like 8 RTX enabler mods. It's kind of mad.
Only it.
Yeah, it's good fun. Making all kinds of changes to it. Some make additions like armor from Mass Effect and Star Wars, bring characters from TV shows to Starfield, and swap the magazines for Marvel Comics. Other mods
God.
have their focus on quality of life improvements, either by improving the interface of the ship creation system or the ship creation system. Starfield is a highly customizable game, and to offer the ultimate experience, one player has released a huge mod that completely modifies the RPG. What I'd like to state, one of my favourite mods from Starfield modding, is the fact that they decided to get someone to sit there and just create a very small mod within, I think it released in the first 12 hours, to basically the UI, especially flying the ship, it was capped at 60 FPS or 30
gross, man.
FPS. And
That's gross.
I had to get a mod to uncap it. And honestly, the difference is mental. Or another mod I got was to prevent it so that it wouldn't take like 1 minute 30 to open a menu. It just instantly reacts to your button press.
Yeah.
It's silly things like that that game devs add sometimes that players do not want and just need removing. Okay, so a Starfield mod created by user Jade adds more than 40 mods. Yeah, we've gone over that like 4 times now. Thank you, Mr. Article Writer. Named Royal Galaxy. A compatible Starfield revamp Series 1. It is now available on Nexus Mods and expands the space RPG impressively by making the settled systems more challenging. It completely adjusts its economy, offering higher rewards for doing missions and having vendors with more credits. The Terramorphs, one of Starfield's scariest
Tell me you
creatures,
don't just wait 72 hours to reset their inventory.
24 now, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, they made it a bit nicer.
Skyrim's definitely 72.
Oh, yeah. Are even more frightening, and the spawning of enemies on land and in space is increased. Royal Galaxy includes weapon rebalancing mods, weather changes, and enhanced starborn powers. And if, considering you've never played it, I'll just quickly explain. Starborn
I have
powers,
no idea what that is.
It's basically your dragon shouts from Skyrim.
Oh, okay. So I don't know why that took my brain so long to understand.
I don't know either. I was very confused.
It's like dragon shouts. What?
Well, what's a dragon shout? Yeah, because you've never played Skyrim.
I think I was too sucked into the fact that we were talking about Starfield and not Skyrim, even though Skyrim was mentioned so goddamn much.
Oh yeah. The list of changes made to Starfield by the Royal Galaxy mod is impressive and even includes a complete overhaul of perks, the system that makes Starfield players stronger. Now that's the system that makes any game character stronger in an RPG. Everyone knows what perks are.
Damn. Actually? Didn't know that, though.
Jesus Christ. Explosives, crafting, and dialogue receive their share of changes, and exploring Starfield gets a new perspective with the mod. It gives players double XP for most exploration and survey-based gameplay, and more credits for constellation missions. Points of interest have an increased chance of alien creature activity, and the planets Earth and Aquila have undergone an extensive upgrade. While the mod created by Jade is impressive for the amount of changes it brings to Starfield, they promise even more. On the mod page, the player says that they plan to update the Royal Galaxy Series 1 regularly and release another collection under the name Series 2. So anyone wishing to add more mods to Starfield for a more unique experience can do it thanks to the mod created by the player. They actually just stated it's a collection on Nexus. It's not a mod. It's just, who is this person? Bruna tells.
Rory. There's other things to get angry about. There's other things to get angry about.
Like what?
I'm not allowed to say it.
Okay. That's fair. Oh, let's hope there's no more of this. Got another article from them.
It's only one word, Rory. It's okay. It's gonna be okay.
It's not. It'll never be okay.
Oh God. What are we gonna do with you, man?
I don't know. Just lock me in a corner.
I tried that before. Didn't really
work
out.
You can't just like stick me somewhere and leave me. It doesn't work. Multiple Insomniac developers speak out about their response to online harassment and violent threats from players in regards to Spider-Man 2. Well, that's good to know.
Sounds lovely.
I know,
Where did
right?
this all come from?
That's my big question. Some fans of Marvel Spider-Man 2 have resorted to sending violent threats to developers due to the lack of updates and new content.
That's the reason.
Ha!
Oh, you didn't update the game. I'm getting paid in it.
But remember, Will, Sony fans are the most respectful.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Insomniac team members have responded to the online harassment, asking for patience as they work to provide what fans want. Toxic fan behaviour is a problem in the video game industry, and it can never be justified. However,
Is it a problem in the gaming?
apparently, I mean, personally, I'm fine just being toxic to fellow people. I'm just naturally a toxic person to players. It's what I do for fun.
I have to say, one of my favorite pastimes in Rust is ruining Children's Day.
Yeah. I mean, you don't fuck with people who work like 14-hour shifts, though. You leave them be. But children, any day of the week, you upset them.
Try and remind me after this. I need to show you a funny clip from Rust about a guy raging because my friends just killed him. He respawned, and I started shooting at him, and he like full screamed, like the hurt your throat kind of scream.
I'm not even surprised. However, positive interaction between developers and gamers can lead to a better online environment. I've just realised what I did there, just to let people know that was not a cut in the audio and a sudden change of voice or anything like that. No, that was just me changing topic. I know it might have sounded like a cut. It was not. I need to state that clearly. Because I realised what the hell I just did.
Are you okay, Roy? What's going on over there, man?
I don't know.
Do I need to come over again?
Yeah. I need friends, okay?
We can trip up some stairs together, you know?
That actually sounds like fun.
Yeah. That's the problem, it does.
Yeah, we had way too much fun just falling upstairs and pissing ourselves laughing about it.
We're not the brightest bunch.
No,
let's be honest.
No. But we have fun with what we've got.
Easily amused, that's for certain.
True. Multiple members of
nothing wrong with that, man.
True. Very, very, very true.
Makes life simple.
Exactly. That's the best way to be. Multiple members of Insomniac's game development team have responded to Marvel Spider-Man 2's players sending violent threats in demand of updates to the superhero sequel. Part of the Insomniac leaks from 2023 included a look at possible Spider-Man 2 DLC content, and a new Game Plus mode is coming. But some fans have lost their patience, waiting for the developers to complete and release updates. Released in October 2023, Marvel Spider-Man 2's return players to New York City, where they players both Peter Parker and Miles Morales, and battle against iconic villains. Spider-Man 2 received some mixed reactions from players online, but received overwhelmingly positive critic review scores, even earning nominations for various game awards. But I need to add, the main thing I heard from people about the game, it was a good game, it just didn't step up from the original. It didn't do anything different, really. So, some people were disappointed in regards to that, but that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, that is kind of an issue when games try to make like a sequel or just another game in the franchise. Sometimes it's like feels more like a DLC of a continued story rather than like a new game.
Well, this was the thing. They decided to play it safe instead of
what just happened?
I don't know. Okay. Okay. I've got no idea. I minimized it, opened it back up, and it was fixed. Bit odd.
Okay, sure. You know what? Why not, man?
Yeah,
if it works,
why
it
not?
works. Let's not complain.
Let's not.
We have too many troubles of the simplest kind with this stuff, so I say we just accept it and move on.
Sounds good. So yeah, the main issue was they kind of tried to play it safe and just went with what they already had, basically just continuation, rather than adding anything new, making any major changes that would be massive and feel very different. People love it still because they did add some cool things, but it didn't feel different enough to
Yeah,
kind
they
of
didn't add enough,
justify
basically.
a full game rather than a
Mm.
DLC. I mean, look at The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. They couldn't justify making a new game from their two DLCs, and their two DLCs were the size of the main game.
Jesus.
So, honestly, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, I will never not argue that that game is a masterpiece.
Oh, I know some absolutely adored it.
It's phenomenal. Released in 2023, yeah, we've already done all that. Okay. Regardless, some gamers have grown impatient with the wait for fresh updates to the game, with a vocal few resorting to threats toward the developers. If all you can do in your life is make threats towards people because my video game not getting updates, then you need a life check.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest as well. If we look at the last few months with the absurd amount of layoffs, like
Yeah,
there's this kind of things gonna happen. Things are gonna slow down. You know,
exactly.
a lot of places are losing double digits worth of percentage of their staff.
No, spot on. Insomniac team members took to social media to voice their responses to online harassment, namely violent threats demanding new content for Spider-Man 2. I'm very curious what these violent threats are, to be honest.
You know what this funny part is though? They're doing this and they're like saying, "Ah, I'm gonna do this because you haven't released a new content, blah blah blah." And then they'll like be like, "Oh, guys, we gotta get on this. It's getting out of hand." They'll release new content and they'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this now because the new content's awful."
Yeah,
So you can't win.
look at Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk have done absolutely brilliantly, man. I don't care what anybody says.
Oh yeah, I absolutely love the game. Advanced Senior Community Manager Aaron Jason Espinoza tweeted about the childish antics of gamers sending violent threats to game developers. Insomniac Community and Marketing Director James Stevenson amplified the statement, noting that the development team knows what fans want and is hard at work in spite of challenges, with 2023 Insomniac Game Leaks serving as a massive hurdle to the studio. The developers are asking fans to be patient as they continue to work on giving the players what they want. Or as James Stevenson said, don't do this. We know what you want. We know you want updates and info. We're working to get things to you as fast as we can, given the extraordinary circumstances our team has faced. I
Yeah.
know she's been harassed as well.
That's ridiculous. Like, how can you say you love something and then act like that
Yeah,
towards it?
that's the big question, isn't it?
It just doesn't make sense.
By the way, well done,
I
Charming Holiday. You did better than the first person. I hold a grudge.
I noticed. We've discussed it before as well. Like, we're never happy when there's delays.
Oh no,
And this
of
is
course
this is
not.
mostly in reference to like game releases rather than updates. You know, there's been a lot of games that get a lot of delays, and no one's ever happy about it. But we can all agree we would rather have it delayed so the game gets released in a better state than what we've seen. Will not names we shall not mention because Roy's not allowed to. Like we'd rather see a delay in the release or the updates or whatever it is that's happening to see it released in good quality rather than it gets rushed and released and it's a literal steaming pile of garbage,
Exactly.
you know?
Exactly. So, the Xbox exclusive that may be going to Switch and PlayStation, Hi-Fi Rush.
Oh,
Now, a lot of people are probably expecting, considering we are PC players, for us to start going, and because Xbox have been pretty lenient with just throwing games at us constantly, which is nice. Probably expecting us to go, oh, why are they getting it? But my actual opinion is simply, why shouldn't they get it? The more
I
people that
mean,
can play games, whatever the fuck they want, I'm for that.
precisely. And if they can release it on all platforms, that means more sales, which means more income for the company, which means more development for new games.
Exactly. I personally really enjoyed Hi-Fi Rush. and I
Yeah.
highly recommend picking it up. It was a sudden positive pop-up. It came from nowhere.
How well did it do?
Fucking phenomenally. Even
Yeah.
won a Game of the Year award.
Oh, I'm sure Sony wasn't happy about
We all
that.
know what they did. We all know what they did.
But like,
Creating their own Game of the
if
Year
we've got a
award.
company like that releasing a game that's actually good and people actually enjoyed and it did well for itself, like, why wouldn't we want it to be released across multiple platforms so that they
Exactly.
get more income so they can make more games as good as that?
Do you remember, sorry, who created this game? What developer?
No, I'm terrible with names, Roy.
It was a Bethesda subsidiary who
Okay,
created The Evil Within.
okay,
They
that's a bit of a
created The
change, isn't
Evil
it?
Within and then went and created some highly stylized rhythm beat 'em up.
I mean, sure, why not? Go for it.
And it fucking annihilated a load of games that year. I'm fully impressed by that. PlayStation and Nintendo Switch ports of Hi-Fi Rush may have been leaked through t-shirts data mined from the game's anniversary update. A Reddit user named RamenMan22 posts... Reddit users, man. Reddit users.
I feel like it's almost every week we're getting like just an absolutely brilliant name.
Oh yeah, lately it seems to be the case.
Ramen Man.
Oh,
Love it.
posted what looks to be t-shirt textures in Hi-Fi Rush's game files. In particular, there's a blue shirt that says "I'm here, baby" and a red shirt that says "Rock Out Anywhere." The phrases and designs indicate that Hi-Fi Rush could be coming to PlayStation and Nintendo Switch.
I'm a little confused, but okay.
They're trying to claim blue, obviously. PlayStation, red, Nintendo, and the anywhere statement being a Switch, because you can take it anywhere. I mean, I have a Steam Deck. I could literally download this game and play it anywhere.
Yeah.
Also,
Quite
I like this
literally.
because this is definitely a hint to Steam, though. Be positive, overwhelmingly. And I'm pretty certain if I just check this, I'm pretty sure it is still sat. It's not even that much money. Yep, overwhelmingly positive, 97% out of 19,669. You gotta give it to them.
Can
So
we
I
pause
can...
for a second?
Yeah, sure. And we're back.
Hello.
Sorry, this troglodyte couldn't hold his bladder.
Hey, get over.
But yeah, they're basically trying to push the Hi-Fi Rush is coming to other platforms, and you can see that each of these is supposed to actually represent a platform. Steam, Epic Games, Xbox. So I can see why that'd be PlayStation, that'd be Switch. Does make sense.
I mean, all theories, you know?
Yeah, all in theory. And, these are leaks. They could change at any given minute. But if it does come to another platform, happy days. Honestly.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
Oh, not at all. Actually, the better for everyone.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, let's have a look here. There are some other references as well, including the green shirt that says Shadow Dropped. Yeah, because it was just suddenly dropped, referencing the fact that Hi-Fi Rush was suddenly released onto Xbox and PC January 2023. It was, to be honest, the only game that really made the early year actually bearable. Developer Direct. There's another grey shirt that says "This is simply unreal, epic," referencing the game's availability on Epic Game Store. Like how they completely missed the one about Steam. Ha, 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 ha. Fucking Epic Game Store shills. Who are you?
You're very angry this episode,
I
Roy.
need to hold a grudge.
What's wrong, man? What's wrong?
George
Who
Yang.
hurt you? What?
George Yang.
Um,
That's who my grudge is against.
No, okay. Listen, we'll deal with him later, okay?
Okay.
We can hack the article and like change the words around. Whatever works for you.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Plans to turn derelict building into £4 million gaming hub in Whitehaven. Whitehaven, I
Okay.
swear that's like London or something.
Oh God. Well, we ain't going anywhere near that, mate. Sorry.
Ah, we've been worse. Oh no, it's not. National Park, Cumbria, England. Lake District. It's actually not too far from me, I don't think. Yeah, it's near the ocean. Not as far as I thought. Plans have been unveiled to turn a derelict building in West Cumbria into a gaming hub. The new £4 million facility is set to develop the digital and IT skills of young people. The gaming hub will give them the opportunity to gather and play games as well as find out about potential careers. The project has had substantial funding from both BT and Starfield, and both organisations say they are proud to support the project and its long-term aims. This sounds like actually a really good idea, though. Mark
Yeah.
Fryer, leader of Cumberland Council, said, "Sometimes people don't understand what is happening. They think it is just going to be a gaming hub, but it isn't. It's about the skills that you use that are going into industry, so it's a really positive step forward for us." Gary McKeating from Starfield added, "You are going to get kids going there to have a great time, but also learning new skills. That is what we need in West Cumbria, and we need a diversity of skills." Having something like that around more often would be just impressive overall. They purchased the building in 2021. Since then, Beck has held extensive public consultations, garnering support from community members and local academia partners.
This has been in
Those
the works for a while then.
It has. Those behind the project say that while in the past it was often dismissed by previous generations as a hobby for children, gaming can now be a viable and potentially lucrative career. Gemma Ledbetter from Building Extraordinary Communities said, "Kids will be able to come and they will be able to learn coding, programming, they're the same thing, and they will be able to make their own podcasts." There is a really broad range of experiences that are on offer for them, as well as the augmented reality and virtual reality and esports around the gaming side. There are loads and loads of fun stuff to do.
All right,
Darren,
Rory, are we getting jobs there, and we're gonna start coaxing them all into making co-op VR games?
yes, yes, we'll go down there as a job fair.
Perfect.
So who are you guys from? Yeah, we're from PandTha Talks. What are you here to talk about to people today? Learn to develop games so you can create co-op and co-op VR games. We're
Oh
bored.
yeah. Doing this
Dar-
solely because we're bored, no other reason.
yeah. Darren Power is a gamer and explains how the internet has helped develop people's interest in gaming. He said the industry in gaming has grown quite a lot, especially with the likes of YouTube, where people basically can record them playing games and put it on the internet. It's not basically, that's just what it is.
That's quite literally what
Yeah,
they do on it.
there's no basically here, that's just what it is. Tony Marini is a senior specialist therapist and shared his concerns over the microtransactions that are commonplace in the industry. He said, "A friend of mine's 14-year-old boy wanted to buy a skin, and so he gave him his credit card number. And when he got the
Oh
bill in the
no.
next month, the young lad had spent £5,000 in that
Oh
month.
mama.
That's
Oh.
why you don't give a 14-year-old that much money. Also, I'm less happy. That's Alienware. Fuck off with that shit."
Yeah.
The reason I have
What
an
did?
issue with
Oh,
Alienware,
yeah. What's this grudge with Alienware? My God.
basically, a friend of mine had one. Got to be about 5 years back now, and it's a very similar
Okay.
case to this. But the cases, the way they're built, is they're meant to be compact, and they will only work in very specific ways. So you're only allowed to exchange parts very specifically. Otherwise, it will not fit in the case. At which point, you've just got a very expensive bit of kit, but you need to change the case out. And the case is what they charge you for, to be honest.
Yeah,
I don't
that's a
like
bit
Alienware.
annoying.
But yeah, that's to be honest, that's an amazing bit of information. And I hope that it's some stuff like this start to come up and start being pushed around. I think it'd be amazing to see.
Well, the future will show us what it holds.
So, yeah, Steam wins. End of story.
What?
PC Gaming's many launches reviewed for 2024. Steam still puts the rest to shame. Steam wins. End of story.
No,
I mean,
yeah.
let's just be honest. Steam pros: user-friendly, feature-rich, huge range of games. Cons: inescapable gimmicks, discoverability issues. I don't have an issue with discoverability. I'm just very
I
confused what they
do.
mean about gimmicks. I know you do. That's because you just get porn games.
It's so annoying. Like, I just want to play VR, man. Leave me alone.
My partner has just stated, yeah, gimmicks. The like winter sales and stuff where they do the events.
No. Okay.
But I mean, to be honest, that's up to you. You can escape them by just not participating.
Yeah.
Score 90%. Despite some flaws and frustrations, Steam is the best it's ever been, and after all this time, still no other launch comes close. Epic Games Store. Pros: free games, good discounts. Cons: everything else.
Yeah,
Oh, I
literally.
agree. I completely agree. Do they have a basket yet? They do. They have a basket. Well
I think one of the
done.
most annoying things for me when it comes to Epic Games is no matter how many times I beat the shit out of the remember this device button, it never remembers, and I have to
Yep.
log in so often.
And I have to use my two-factor authentication every time. And because I've got
Yeah.
like 4 accounts on everything, I keep logging in with a different account. And I have to go to my two-factor authenticator first to remember which email I'm trying to log in with. It's the reason I will never truly be hacked. I have that many email addresses and accounts, you will not find it. Over 5 years on from launch, the Epic Games Store still offers bare bones features and dreadful user experiences. Everyone knew this was coming. GOG, I actually love GOG Galaxy. And basically, what GOG actually allows nowadays as well, you can connect Steam, Xbox, Epic Games, Ubisoft, Origin, all that, all into one. And then you can launch all your games from GOG. The only problem is it can take a bit to get it working, and it does desync quite a lot, as this one does say. Which sadly does cause the issue of you're going to have to resynchronize or relog in, which is a bit fiddly at the moment, but when they get it working 100%, I can see this being one of a quite popular storefront. To be honest though, I wouldn't buy games from it. Some games are cool from there because obviously they don't have any DRM, which doesn't cause any issues for your game. But on the other side of it, they don't have as many games and offers as other storefronts do. So it's cool, and I mean it's still got a lot better of a score than Epic, understandably, and it is quite impressive. So I do recommend having a look for yourselves. Xbox Game Pass, simple but effective layout. Yeah. Cons. Let's see if any of these go under what Will thinks about it.
The app is a piece of shit. I hate it with a passion. I want to burn it alive and hear it scream.
Library doesn't distinguish well between own games and Game Pass games. I can agree with that, but I would agree more with Will. There's been many times where I've gone to launch a game and it just will not launch, or all my games will just not work because the app is fucked up for some reason.
See, honestly, I never thought something like this would annoy you, but the way it gives you notifications constantly, even when I need everything, it still just forces them through, and it's just the most annoying thing ever because the sound as well is extremely annoying.
Yeah. I think it opens by default. I'm not even sure. Score though, 65%. Nice platform for accessing Game Pass on PC, but if you aren't subscribed, has little to offer. I'd agree with that. Microsoft Store, 0. Pros,
I don't use it at all.
cons, slow, awkward, poor library functionality. Yeah, 21%. A dreadful launcher that is also totally redundant when it comes to gaming. 100%. Amazon Games.
I still forgot that was a thing.
Yeah. Solid interface, free games through Prime Gaming. No store functionality means it has limited use. 61%.
Suppose your thing related to Amazon is the Prime Gaming. Like you get quite a bit of free stuff off of
Yeah.
Twitch.
PC Gaming's most easily overlooked launcher. There you go, Will. They even agree with you. Maybe limited, but as a platform for free Prime Gaming games, it does the job. EA. I have an argument to make about this, and I will.
EA sucks. I hate it. I hate it so much. Everything crashes so often.
Yeah.
At least from the last time I used it, which is a very long time ago, but I can't imagine much has changed.
EA Desktop, it's called now.
Yeah.
So, marginally better than Origin, which it is. It's a little better, but it's still just quite limited, slow. Bare bones would be in very agreement. And it just takes ages to launch. I launch Battlefield 2042 through Steam. It then launches this in the background. It slows everything down to a grinding halt. 33%. Textbook example of a launcher you only have installed because you have to, and resent it every time you're forced to use it. Yes.
I don't have it anymore. I didn't care for it.
This is the one I've got to scream about. Marginally better than Uplay. I'll agree on that. Cons, limited selection of games, bare bones library, and annoying meta layer. Now, I'm going to say, Ubisoft Connect, you'd expect this to work with no problem, right? That looks weird on my screen, but okay, I'll take it. I'm just going to find Ubisoft's... there it is. Right, go back to full screen. Right, I'm going to launch this, log in, and I'll let you see what I hate so much about Ubisoft Connect. Because it's had this issue, I'd say, for since it updated to Ubisoft Connect. I think it worked for about a month. Jesus Christ. Another thing I hate, whenever it updates, which it updates a lot, it requires you to give it admin privileges 3 times.
Nice. The only thing I've ever used Ubisoft for is Siege, and I haven't played that in a very long time. I played it like once the other week.
I remember playing it with you a long time back. Score 35%. Another launcher only used under duress. Yeah. Ubisoft Connect's most notable feature is adding even more things to earn and buy to Ubisoft's already overstuffed games. It's about to open up, I think, so I will be changing very momentarily.
It takes a long time for it to do anything.
Does. I've just had to give it a 4th administrator rights to open.
Nice.
5th.
Nice. With it 6th.
6th.
There it is.
What a fucking joke. Initializing. Oh, here we are. Okay, right. I'm now going to just change my streaming window to my screen for you. And I'll switch it on the thing. There we go. So, this is Ubisoft Connect. I use both standard and beta whenever I need to. I've tried it on both standard and beta, but this is my problem. I open the store. Now it's going to take 6.5 hours to get anything done. By that I mean, it never opens the store. If I want to buy a game through Ubisoft Connect, I need to go to the website, log in, and buy it there.
So what's the point of having this then?
That's the question. I've tried multiple fixes, there is nothing. At one time a day, Ubisoft old launcher, Uplay, actually forced me to turn off a remote server I had in the background because it would cause the launcher to not open. So, in other words, Ubisoft don't know how to make a launcher. That's all I've really got to say on that. But that's
I
what's
hate
done my
I
head in for
hate
a long time.
navigating through anything Ubisoft wise. See when you're like when I used to play Siege Man and I had the whole Shift F2 menu
Yep,
and then just all the crap that it brought up. Oh man, it's like just I just want to invite someone to my lobby so we can play together. Why
yeah,
are there 17 tabs all with notifications on them?
exactly. I mean, I quite like Steam's new Shift Tab menu because it's all at the bottom, hidden away, and only
It
the thing that you need you can open up.
it bugs me that like a couple things aren't automatically open that used to be. So like you used to be able to see the last achievement and the you've almost got this achievement, but it was just
You,
a quick and easy way to see what achievement I just got because there are some games where I do go through getting a load of the achievements.
if you have them open, it will save that from last time.
No, I have to reopen it quite a lot.
You're the only unlucky person I've met.
Ah, what's the name, man?
True, true. Battle.net. Snappy, all your Blizzard games in one place. Cons, awful layout, confused identity, extremely limited selection of games, and severely overpriced.
Yeah. Every time I try to play Diablo 3, I'm just looking for it. I'm like, where is it? I
Yeah,
see Diablo 4. I don't care about Diablo 4. Where's Diablo 3?
yeah, exactly. itch.io. Quick, good user interface. Cons, poor search and discoverability, struggles with big libraries. Score 65%, a noble effort to make managing your itch.io games more feasible, even if it's not all the way there yet. One of these doesn't take tons of money. Anyways, let's get on to something more interesting, because
It's
fuck
so
me.
bright.
I know, right?
Whoa.
Give me a minute.
Voice,
Let
voice
me
dark.
let me fix this.
Oh, it's actually hurting my eyes. See, Opera just has forced dark page. It's lovely.
I know, I know. Hmm. Don't they just have like a... There it is, body class. Editors HTML. Let's add some CSS to this shit quickly. Oh, just kick me out of it. I guess that works too.
Damn,
Oh,
outplayed. Just outplayed, Rory.
I know, right? Seem to be getting outplayed a lot lately. What the hell's going on? Okay, let's just add an extension very quickly. Pause it. Issue resolved. This is where all the text is gone. Now it's here, thank fuck. So, former Nintendo CEO's refusal to fire workers remembered as gaming industry struggles. This has been mentioned quite a lot lately. Obviously, due to all the firings and all the removals and all the other shit. So, the refusal of former Nintendo CEO Satoru Iwata to sack employees amid financial challenges has resonated in the gaming industry amid recent layoffs. A principled stand. Iwata, who helmed Nintendo from 2002 until his untimely death in 2015, is currently being celebrated on social media for his remarkable leadership during tumultuous times facing dismal sales for their 3DS system. Anyone remember that? Fucking
Yeah.
3DS.
And honestly, just it hurt to look at, man.
It
It
did.
wasn't done. It was not done well.
In 2011, Nintendo found itself on shaky ground. Iwata, according to Wired, responded by both cutting the handheld's price significantly and voluntarily taking a 50% pay cut as a sign of accountability. In solidarity, other top executives also accepted pay reductions between 20 and 30%. Despite facing challenges again due to the failure of the Wii U console in 2012 and 2013, Iwata still refused to fire employees because he did not want to affect employee morale and long-term business sustainability.
It's almost like he's thinking about the future and not just, oh, I don't have enough money in my pocket right now.
Exactly. This was a quote from him. If we reduce the number of employees for better short-term financial results, employee morale will decrease. I sincerely doubt employees who fear that they will be laid off will be able to develop software titles that could impress people around the world. That, in my opinion, is one of the greatest quotes from a CEO in gaming. And it needs to be looked at more and paid more attention to.
There's a lot of things that need that, my friend.
Yeah, especially though considering, companies like Activision Blizzard, Xbox, ZeniMax, Riot Games. I like how they've only really
Rory,
mentioned
you're
Xbox.
just listing off every company at this rate.
Yeah, let's do that, shall we?
Okay.
But yeah, let's move on to something happier, shall we? Because
Please,
I've been miserable all day.
please.
It's not good.
You've just been full of anger and hatred, man. It's not like you. It's normally me that does that.
We got about it's not like me. You know that's like me. It's just not like me on the podcast. So try and be happy and cheerful.
Exactly what I'm trying to get at.
I've not had a good week. Okay, leave me alone.
I'm honestly not even sure what happened to this week, man.
I don't know.
The start of the week, I couldn't wait for it to be over, and now it's the end of the week. I'm sort of questioning what actually happened.
I wasn't well. That's what happened.
Oh,
I know, right?
Wally.
Enshrouded players. Fuck off. Enshrouded players are literally going deep on the survival game's building systems, with underground homes to rival the halls of Moria? Don't tell the elves. So, I just want to show people what people have been doing in this game, rather than
people have been having way too much free time on their hands, just like normal. That's what people have been doing.
Oh yeah, 3-player hideout inside of a mountain. Can I just full screen it?
No, you're not allowed to.
You got to take me to Reddit instead.
Reddit is so annoying when you try to view something. It just constantly whinges at you. You gotta sign in.
Yep, does that to me all the time. Gotta admit, this is impressive. But I've also heard the game does not run very well.
Wow, lovely. Our favorite thing.
Optimization? What's that?
What's what?
Exactly. It's impressive, though. And then I've seen this guy. We started with a small hobbit hole and it quickly got out of hand. I'm pretty sure this is the one that you were on about, Will.
A few of them.
It's just insanity. Anyone else building on underground bases? The fuck? What have you done? What? How long is this tunnel?
Yeah, they're taking a little out of hand, don't you think?
I mean, you tell me you wouldn't do the same. I know you. You break every game you play.
If I was going to utilize it, sure, but that's unnecessary effort, man.
No, you would do this simply for the fact that I wonder how far I can dig before the game breaks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, 46 seconds worth of airtime. So yeah, everyone, Enshrouded. I don't even know how to start this conversation. Okay. So I've only seen stuff about it so far. I've not played it. I've not touched it. I don't have it.
Yeah, same.
But we'll go through the description, then we'll look over some of the reviews and the what people have got to say. You are Flameborn, last ember of hope of a dying race. Awaken, survive the terror.
That's a great start, man. Hey, everybody of your kind is dead. Go nuts.
Tell me that's not happened before. Awaken, survive the terror of the corrupting fog, and reclaim the lost beauty of your kingdom. Venture into a vast world, vanquish punishing bosses, build grand halls, and forge your path in this co-op survival action RPG for up to 16 players.
What do you reckon, Roy? Did they take that to heart to make the grand halls?
I think so, yes.
I think they really this must be one of the first times people have read what to do in a game and be like, all right, bet.
It pretty much is just Valheim but more advanced.
That's fair.
I mean, apparently you can be different classes.
Stealth Archer.
Yeah, exactly. I do the same.
It doesn't matter what happens.
Yeah,
You just at some point you just end up with a bow anyway.
yeah, pretty much. Apparently, it's a beautiful looking game. I really.
Sure it is.
Enshrouded is a man's game, while Palworld is a kid's game. Are we sure it's a kid's game? We will be covering this in a moment, actually.
But Butcher.
There's worse than that, and I will show you shortly. Something has been found,
Oh no.
and we need to cover it.
Roy, they weren't supposed to take it further.
They took it further a year before release.
Oh no.
So, overall, it seems like it's been taken as a decent game, Enshrouded. It's just, they really need to sort out a lot of the bugs, and the optimization could do with a good handle. That seems to be the major complaints from what I've just read over. 85% out of 21,967 reviews is pretty damn good. You can't fault it anyways. So, power to them, and hopefully, in a couple updates, we'll see some amazing things from them. Till then, we move on. So, Palworld. Again, I thought I'd just quickly cover the fact that they're at 94% positive out of 179,320 reviews.
Jeez.
On Steam. Then I thought I would just take this and just quickly show you. Where was it now? Here we are. 31st of January, 19 million players. 12 million on Steam, 7 million on Xbox.
Yeah. I think they're at over 20 mil sales as well.
Most likely, yes.
Pretty sure it's Asmongold that was looking over it.
Would not surprise me.
Bro did 20 mil times 30 is 600,000. Took him a moment to realize.
I mean, the thing about this as well, right? People keep saying Game Pass is bad for the industry because it just means that people are going to get it on Game Pass rather than buy it. It's on Game Pass, yet it's got more Steam sales. Now, yes, at the moment the game versions are different, but I don't think people care. They just wait like we typically do. Anyways.
Yeah, it's not that big of an issue. Sony.
Yeah. This is what I mean when I was on about it's darker than we first thought. This trailer came from a year ago. And it's got a lot of information about what's to come. Like trucks.
Oh my god!
Yeah. But it gets better. Because there's a lot of pals here that aren't in the actual game. Rockets.
Oh.
Which are in.
You can combine them.
Oh yeah, that's already a thing. That's not a thing. The city isn't there yet. To my knowledge, anyways. That is there. This is the thing.
Were you playing as one of the pals?
I don't know.
That's what that perspective looked like. Oh.
That's clearly like a Half-Life thing. At least I thought it was, and then I found this trailer was real. What I'd like to say about this entire trailer, and just generally about it, if even half of that is what is to come in the future, that game is not going to be classified as a kid's game for very long. I must also say, we have something else. Something I forgot about until we paused earlier.
I'm slightly concerned.
You should be.
Oh no.
Remember this game, Will?
Oh my god. They look so bad. What the
Yep.
fuck?
Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. It has released.
Ew.
It is doing better than I believe it should, personally, but that's me. With 85% of 2,171 users. But,
That's
once
not a
again,
whole
that is a
lot.
very low amount. Now, what I would like to say is, nah. Oh, they're literally deleting reviews. There were over 7,000 reviews as of the 3rd of the 2nd, 2024 morning, and it's currently down to 1.7 thousand.
There's
Shameful.
no way that's true, right?
I don't know.
Bro.
I actually don't know. I don't even think it's possible for devs to delete Steam reviews. Worst optimization as of now. The main thing people are very angry about is this was created. Oh, wait. They are shadow banning / deleting negative reviews. Clowns.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Oh.
That might explain why the game is suddenly higher than I thought it was. So, Rocksteady are the guys that create the Batman Arkham games. Now, as I think you already know, Will, I absolutely love the Batman Arkham games. The franchise is something I absolutely adore. Well, in Batman Arkham, obviously, you are an absolute badass who effectively defeats armies in both games, which is mental. And the final one, literally an army. And they make it out that this same badass who you played as can simply be killed.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to give a quick spoiler warning here for anyone who wants to play that game. So,
You've been
there will
warned
be
sufficiently.
there will be a timestamp on the screen. Go to that. It will be in the description, most likely. So just a heads up, I am about to state something that I'm quite pissed off about. So, the Suicide Squad managed to capture Batman. Now, at the end of the last Batman game, Arkham Knight, Bruce Wayne was found out to be Batman. He killed himself.
No, Bruce Wayne's Batman?
In air quotations, killed himself. He blew up Wayne Manor and went into hiding, everyone thought. And all of a sudden, there was like a new Batman that was shown in the end, the true ending. And it showed that it was using Scarecrow's fear toxin to amplify everything. Everyone came to the conclusion the only person that could do that is Batman, because he's the only person who had the experience with that gas, other than Scarecrow, but he's in a constant stage of fear because he was injected with his own toxin. Anyways.
Lovely.
They verse regular Batman and get their asses pretty much handed to them. Then they verse this fear toxin Batman, you know, the superior one, and beat him with ease. Now, a lot of people think this only happened because Kevin Conroy, rest in peace to him, passed away during recording, and this was his last, basically, experience with them, and the last time they could record. And they basically had him say, like, 2 words. Harley Quinn then proceeds to monologue for a minute, and then just shoots him in the head. That's it. That's Batman dead. The character that you've grown to love over 3 fucking games, dead. Gone. Bye. Why would you do that? That is my anger. towards this game. It's just so aggravating. A lot of people have said, for example, with this guy here, reject Suicide Squad, embrace Batman Arkham. Exactly. Just go back to the other franchise. Either you die as Rocksteady or live long enough to see yourself become rock bottom. You do indeed kill the Justice League. I had overwhelmingly low expectations going in, and I was still somehow disappointed.
Ouch.
I've never played the Arkham games, so I'm not biased by what came before, but this game was honestly broken on concept and had no shot at being good. I like the reference. This is how it happened. This is how Rocksteady died.
It's tough, man.
If you like looter shooter, 10 out of 10, great game. If you want action adventure, 5 out of 10, wait for discount. 1 out of 10, awful. Isn't Deadshot supposed to be why Captain Boomerang is a menace? It's just a complete letdown, though.
Yeah, it's so sad to see a game that has a good name behind it, or a company rather, developers, whatever you want to call them, that have a good name behind them, to then come out with this.
Yeah.
And just let everyone down.
It's complete and utter letdown. Honestly, I've never been as disappointed as I am when they said this and then proceeded to say afterwards, oh yeah, we'll be continuing with the Batman Arkham franchise. What? How? The only thing I can think of is they're going to go with Robin, Batgirl, and Nightwing, and Red Hood. That's the only thing I can think of. But they tried. Some other company tried that with Arkham Knights and Gotham Knights, and that just went to shit. They couldn't even get that right. So yeah, last 2 times that they've created a game to do with the Batman franchise has just kind of died. Oh, damn. Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League on Metascore has actually got worse than Marvel Avengers. That's impressive. And worse than Gotham Knights. Damn.
Jesus, man.
I'm physically impressed.
You're physically impressive, eh?
Yeah, that too. Now, this is why I think I've been so upset today, okay? That this is what I'm putting it down to.
I see.
I have nothing else I can really say regarding it. It's just disappointing.
What can you do, my friend? I mean, we sort of knew this was gonna come like this.
Yeah, this was one of the games we expected to flop.
And flop it did.
Oh, tremendously so. Bloody hell! What a week, man. It's insanity what's happened actually and gone on.
I mean, there's been a lot more good than bad. So
yeah, which is rare.
Considering what we were hoping for, I think we've done well so far.
Yeah, to say we've only just entered the second month of the year, I'd say we're doing okay so far. But let's keep our heads on swivels, shall we?
Yeah, we shan't get comfortable anyway.
Also, what I would like to quickly say, PandTha Talks is officially a year old.
Yeah.
Which is mental.
Honestly.
Just like to throw that out there. It's now over a year old. We've been doing this for over a year now. You'd expect that we're somewhat more qualified, but we're not. We're still
definitely gonna be a no on that. We're a little bit stupider, actually, I think.
Yeah, we've become dumber as the years gone on. But yeah, we've reached a year. We still talk shit about random game news each week, and we still laugh about it.
I mean, this guy acts like we've got something else to do.
Don't let them know that, Will. That they don't need to know all I've been doing is sat playing Shadow of War. A very old game at this point. Still sad about that.
I've sort of just been at a loss of what to do recently.
Same. And I've got
I've
a
been
Meta Quest
wanting,
3.
yeah, I've been wanting to play my VR and play some single player games, but every time I think about it, I just die a little inside.
Same. Every time I pick it up, I'm sort of just there like, I could, but I don't feel like it.
So it just it's weird. It's like starting it up and loading the game just feels like so much work, and then the moment you're in, 7 hours have went past.
Yeah, exactly. But once again, we just need some good co-op VR games. Give us something fun to play, please. That's all we need.
Yeah, it would be nice, wouldn't it?
I mean, we've been asking nicely for long enough. Do you think we should take the Sony fanbase example?
No, definitely not. Negatory, negative. Net
Fine,
nine.
fine.
It's just not a good idea. And
One more
also,
nine
once
EVE
again,
again,
just
please.
just just not the way to go about it, man.
Yeah,
So
no, I
stupid.
agree. It's the dumbest shit I've ever heard of. But
It's
here we
so
are.
necessary.
We're still kicking. They're somehow still insulting game developers, thinking it's going to make a difference and
Yeah, acting like
threatening
that's
them.
actually gonna like make them make a game faster.
Personally, I'd imagine it'd get more people to resign, but
Yes,
what
man.
do
Yeah,
I know?
fuck these guys. Just leaves.
I mean, I fucking would. But is there anything else that you'd like to add, Will, before we end
Uh,
this episode off?
Nothing I can think of off the top of my head, to be honest with you, man.
No problem at all. Well then, thank you all for watching. If you have enjoyed, please feel free to hit like, follow, subscribe, comment, all that sort of stuff. And if there's anything that you can think of that we could do better or any topics you'd like to hear us discuss, please leave them either in the comment section, on the TikToks, whatever. With all that said and done, thank you all, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now, guys.
Have a good one, guys.